Hello everybody, welcome to Bahrain. Race number 6, round number 6 of the United Racing Association season once again. Probably looking for a dry race. We'll see how that goes. But we go based off of the real life F1 weather, so it should be a dry race. Either way, should be a good race because Bahrain has prevented some great racing in the past before, and I'll tell you how. Because I wouldn't say it all Formula One races, league races, real life, whatever it may be, are necessarily won at the start, but this track is very, very, very unique in many ways. I mean, it has a lot of unique parts. The S's turn 10, the uphill section. And I guess you could say how the first turn is, but it is very unique in many ways. Either way, this track has provided great racing, great overtaking. A lot of people in here probably watched Hero Limitless. He's done some good overtakes here in league races, but either way, it's going to matter about people like who are running up front, like Phoenix, Callum, King Homer, GTS Chase, ProHawk Wolf, Blaze Exposure, Honorati, V2, and the others who run up front. We're going to see how they do. And we're going to see how good they overtake each other. Or how good they get by other people when them getting stuck in the midfield. You might have someone like an Honorati or a V2 get stuck in that midfield. And after that, what could happen is they could get involved in a crash. They could have huge issues. But when they're back there, the thing is, though, they've got to take it very easy and they've got to be very patient on passing the other cars. Because if they aren't patient passing the other cars, that's going to be an issue for them. It's going to be a very big issue. Because if they aren't patient passing the cars that they should be passing, like someone who's usually in the midfield, like Jay Riley, Jocko, Will Booty, Maiden, like people who are in the midfield, or at the back, we'll just see how they do. Because if they're near someone and they're being aggressive, with someone like a Phoenix Legend or a Will Booty, or I don't know, like someone who runs up front, constantly, every week, if they get back there and they're racing them aggressively, they shouldn't be, because the thing is that they're racing up their tires. They're also fighting someone else who really, to be honest, is a much faster driver than them. And if they fight another driver who is much faster than them, the thing is about that's really going to cost their race or whatever. Because let's say, for example, Maiden is fighting King Homer because he got involved in a crash. Okay? Well, if King Homer's getting fought by Maiden, King Homer's trying to get by him, and Maiden keeps holding him up, blocking him, whatever it may be, and King Homer trying to get by him, but he can't, because he knows he could get a podium from it or something, who knows what it may be, or a top 5. He's trying to fight his way back, and Maiden's fighting him, and the thing is, he's wasting his tires. Well, he's getting himself involved in a fight or a battle he shouldn't be, because, again, wasting your tires. So that's something some of the, midfield drivers should be careful about, because if they get themselves in fights that they shouldn't, it's gonna really waste up their tires. And it's very easy to get yourself in a position here that you really don't want to be in. Yeah, so either way, this should be a good one today, Bahrain. We're gonna be reading up soon. Discord has had some problems today. I'm not sure if anyone quite knows why, but we know Discord has had problems today, and yeah. And it still does for me, somewhat. So, I mean, if I'm not reading any Discord messages or any Twitch messages, that's probably why. But we're currently reading up now, and we're going to figure out what happens. So, a 2:10, a 7:10 p.m. UK start time. Yeah, so either way, 6 people watching the stream already. Qualifying's yet to start. So, short qualifying currently. Last week we were at Monaco. A little bit of arguing there, but that's fine. You know, and that's over with. But, Monaco, you expect a lot out of drivers. You expect, say, someone who usually gets involved in accidents every week. Or someone who just isn't as experienced as the others. You expect someone like that to, say, do at least decent. Get 5 laps, maybe 10 laps, maybe even 15 laps into the race. We're halfway. You expect that from them. So, I will have to share the Twitch stream. I can't speak. Okay, so, qualifying is about to start here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's enable this stuff so we can make sure. So yeah, the tire choices are going to be crucial, for sure. Mediums to softs, it is kind of possible, but it's very unlikely to happen. It could happen, but then again, it's a big risk. And someone like the championship leader, Blaze, or Phoenix, could actually try that and make it work. Maybe. Because they're smart enough to do that. So, Jay Riley currently on his lap. And for you people asking, I am feeling much better than I was 2 weeks ago. Because I was very sick 2 weeks ago. And, my God, I was not feeling good at all. I'm having a few coughs here and there, but I don't consider that being sick. That's just a few coughs here and there. That's really about it. No, my nose is fine, too. So, I'm all good. I'm going to commentate this week. Last week, I still felt a little bit under the weather, but it wasn't too bad. We already have a caution on the racetrack. Maiden Rex on his outlap currently. So, yeah, currently, Apex Ricardo on the mediums. And you have Will Booty, LP Smoke, King Omar, Chemistry, Honorati, GTS Chase Pro Hawk, and Jay Riley all on the hard tire compound. So, okay, well, I don't know why when I sent that to the chat it said that and it didn't show the link. I'm not quite sure why it did that. This should work. Just make it sure it works. So Jay Riley has been the first one to start his lap at the Bahrain Grand Prix in qualifying. Okay, well, it's just gonna send the same thing. I don't know how to send it correctly because it's just gonna say I'm live on Twitch and the channel name. I actually want the stream to pop up because that actually be helpful for people. Because people aren't gonna go search up the name unit. I mean, some people might, but who knows? Either way, right now, Jay Riley on his lap, and that's Pro Hawk Wolf around. Oh, that's in front of cars. So he's had to collide with Will Booty there. Something's happened to the Racing Point driver. They're definitely gonna continue though. That's definitely good that they're continuing. Okay, once this ad is out of the way, I can find it. So, wondering who will be the first one to set in a time. It'll probably be Jay Riley here, coming into final 2 turns. Because the final turn here is considered 2 turns, because this is considered a turn, and then this type of part right there is considered a turn. So, coming out of 15 or 16, one of them. Jay Riley sets the time to beat, which is 130.366. Okay, this link should work. I hope. There we go. That works. That works. That works. So V2 Combat to the top, GTS Chase, Dr. Chemistry, and LP Smoke, and Callum behind them. And Phoenix Legend is going to go behind V2. Remember, V2 gave us a very shocking win yesterday, last week at Monaco. He gave us a shocking win. It feels like forever to me. I don't know why. But either way, V2 Combat gave us a great show at Monaco. After Blaze Exposure spun under safety car. V2 Combat, I don't know how I remember it still, but V2 Combat still had an amazing performance, and I was very shocked by that. So, made an impressive run. I know he's on softs, but that's still an impressive run a little bit. Up to 4th, at least. And Apex Ricardo up to 3rd. And Proac Wolf near Will Booty again. Is this going to be an issue like it may have been last time? I'm not sure how that was last time. So, 13 drivers have set in a lap. That was a very close call for Prohawk Wolf. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the Twitch stream, check the chat. So if any of you guys are in chat, just let me know. And, I'll go ahead and say hi. Either way, 15 drivers here today. A little bit more in Monaco previously, but it's still a decent attendance, considering where URA is at right now. But either way, Honorati did pass Maiden up there. Honorati's currently 4th and the fastest driver on the hards, at least. So that might give him some confidence later in the weekend, or later in the race. Both these two may come in. No, they're not. They're gonna go on laps. So Will Booty got the better ERS. Ooh, okay. It was Prohawk Wolf that jumped up to 6th there. That's why he was doing another lap. Okay. I was kind of curious because I didn't think he was on an actual lap, but either way, Prohawk Wolf jumps up to 6th behind Maiden. So that's gonna help him get a better starting spot. Honorati, I believe he's coming in as he's running out of fuel. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he did run out of fuel, maybe. I don't know. Blaze Exposure, yet to get a lap. King Homer, yet to get a lap. But Maiden still... I know he's on a different compound, and if he wasn't on a different compound, he probably wouldn't be that far up. But either way, that's still impressive by Maiden, though. I know Tyree's on, I understand. But for some people like Prohawk and others, not to be ahead of him, still good for Maiden. Gotta be glad about that. But Phoenix Legend and him did make some contact last week in qualifying, which gave Phoenix Legend a grid penalty. Actually, I believe he got 2 grid penalties. Possibly King Homer has left the session. But yeah, he did get 2 grid penalties, I believe. I don't know if it was... The other one was because of that, though. But there was one because of that. These two have had an issue in the past, but it hasn't been a big issue. They've still been good off the racetrack. So that's what matters. But it matters more about on the racetrack. So between these two, I know they're not near each other a lot on the racetrack, but they hope to still give each other more respect than last week. Either way, ooh, Phoenix Legend sideways there. I don't know what he's doing. Either way, different type of compounds now. Like, oh boy. Yeah, so either way, Phoenix Legend gonna start his lap. Maiden now starting his lap. We're gonna watch him coming off the final turn. Is he still on the same compound? Yes, he is. So we're gonna take a lap around Bahrain. With maiden heading into turn 1, you don't really want to clip that curb too much there, because that curb can kind of spin you off exit, but you have to have a good corner. Heading into turn 4, DRS activated. 100-meter board right there. And you can kind of clip the curb a little bit, but you can't ride it, though. If you ride it, it'll be no issue. And here, clipping the curb can be one of the worst things. Because watch, if you clip the curb there, you can get very sideways. And in turn 8, you can clip the curb here and have it go good. But main kind of goes wide there. In turn 10, easy to mess up braking. Main did it perfectly. That was as good as you could do it, in my opinion. He made it good through there, and you have to brake early through there because you'll lock up, you'll have an issue. Turn 11, you can kind of clip the curb there, but you have to clip the curb or get close to it at least. Off exit and then heading up the hill. Don't even clip that curb. You could spin out. And here in turn 13, definitely an interesting one for sure. Could be invalid there, but who knows. And heading into the final 2 corners. You can clip that curb a tiny bit, but if you clip it a lot, you could go spinning. Because of the traction, but main clips the grass off the final corner. He's still 4/10 down, so he's definitely got to work on some parts of that track. Alright, I'm going to invite King Homer. So yeah, Discord is working again, if anyone does not know. Some people couldn't read any messages. So that was definitely an issue for them. V2 on his out lap. 7 minutes left on the clock. I'd say the latest you want to be out in the session, or at least attempt to go out, is like a minute 50. A minute 45 at latest, but that's kind of hard. 2 minutes is a good one, but anywhere from 2 minutes to 1 minute 50 is a good one. So Phoenix Legend, whatever he did, he gone 2/10 now. Behind V2. But his exposure didn't notice. He gone up to 3rd. Callum up to 4th. Apex Ricardo up to 7th, though. A good run by him in his debut. Either way, not much positions have really changed. So that's why I'm not really into 2 Rebels going out. Jocko and Callum. So it should be good with those two. Those two always put on a show. I was not quite sure if ProHawk Wolf was on a lap there, but yeah, he's definitely backed out of it. Or no, he hasn't. Okay, he's not using URA then. So I'm gonna go over the race strategies here. Soft to hards, hards to softs is the fastest, but mediums to hards is just behind that. 75 1,000 you'd probably be off of with hards to softs compared to softs to hards, and then 5/10 for mediums to hards. So yeah, King of Mercy joined, but V2 combat does go faster. kind of was paying attention to my phone. I shouldn't be doing that, considering it's a league race. But, no, I'm paying attention to it because the race strategies, though, yeah, so mediums are, no, yeah, softs to hards are possible, but softs to mediums are not possible, really. But it is a risk if you try, so, yeah. Medium to hards is probably the most possible after this, I'd say. Jocko currently on his lap ahead of Red Bull teammate Callum. Yeah, so either way, Honorati has jumped his teammate. Blaze exposure. Honorati is coming into the pits, so V2 also in front of him. Maiden Rock's currently on his lap. Planning to at least start 11th, but no, softs to hards is going to be possible for the soft runners, so that is a possibility. But Blaze on the mediums hards there, but is that the faster one? That's the thing. Kilmer currently on his outlap. So anyone wanting to come out or think they should come out at this time, this is probably a good time to come out. Either way. Yeah, so either way, this is when you probably should start coming out, but yeah. Either way, Apex Ricardo ahead of JTS Chase Jocko. Now Maiden with them 4/10 up, so that is definitely a good lap by Maiden, the Welsh driver. He's probably got to fix some parts in the track because V2 and JTS had a near collision there. JTS still side by side with V2, and look who's on a lap behind him. I believe that's Honorati. He's on an out lap, but he may have just had to back off of that, maybe. Because he's too close to these guys, and there's a lot of traffic here in qualifying. As look at them. They're kind of going off track just to get... Oh, and... Oh, JTS Chase is going up in the air, and... Oh! Wow. That's definitely not good, because look at what he's done. He's broken part of his front wing. That's definitely not good at all. I'm going to watch his AI, because we don't know if he's going to pull in front of the track, what he's going to do. Good, he's getting off the track. Good. Either way, that could have been bad for Honorati, but Blaze exposure got to start a lap here. Now, will Honorati have a chance to make it to the line in time? Honorati here. Oh, boy. Will he do it before the clock runs out? Yes, he will. So, Callum has hit the checkered flag. Apex Ricardo has hit the checkered flag. But his exposure letting drivers go, so he's going to automatically qualify 4th. Unless he gets beaten, but he's letting his teammate Honorati go. Honorati currently on lap Phoenix and V2 as V2 has maybe had a collision with Maiden. Wow. That's definitely not good because V2 could have kept maybe pole. So it is a 126.8 currently for the pole. Wonder if that will be beaten though. We'll just have to see. And Phoenix Legend has to back off of it. Yeah. He has to back off of it. I don't know what's going on there. He just, yeah. So none of these guys are going to improve in their time, except for Jay Riley here. And Maiden, I don't even think he'll improve on his time. So Jay Riley is maybe going to be the only one who improves on their time, because he got away from all the traffic. Maybe he could have just got his lap invalid. Who knows? 2.1 seconds behind. Yeah, he got his lap invalid. He was 7/10 up. He maybe could have started in the second row, but he's going to start in the fourth row. Phoenix lap, his lap is done. V2's lap, yeah, they're done. So, V2 and Phoenix on pole. Or on the front row. Excuse me. What is V2 doing? Is he getting himself disqualified? Oh boy. That could have been bad. I don't know what he's doing there. If I was V2, I'd want to keep pole position like that, but wow. He could have nearly got disqualified. He's going to stop right before the line, but V2 does claim pole position after his win at Monaco. Does this give him a confidence booster? Is he improving like Ferrari has in real life? At least in 2019 and in this season. So either way, here's the qualifying results, and here's the top 10. V2, Phoenix, Honorati, Blaze, Will Booty, King Omar, Callum, Jay Riley, LP Smoke, and Apex Ricardo, the only American in the top 10, rounding off the top 10. So only 4 guys ran on the softs. And 5 guys ran on the hards. The rest were on mediums. But the strategy should be good, though, so we'll see how that goes. So, formation lap should get underway soon, but not quite sure what is going on. So, reading up is happening, but we'll see when it does start. Not quite sure what's going on. So, Monaco was last week, and yeah, so that should be interesting. Considering Monaco was last week, though, V2 dude was the race winner, and now he's the pole winner for Bahrain. So is he gonna possibly get on a good streak? So I'm just currently gonna stay quiet because I'm not quite sure what's going on. Um, Yes, not quite sure if we're gonna have to restart what's going on, but we'll figure out what is gonna happen, though. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to restart, but look what's going on in the back here. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the lobby and the session. But yeah. So we'll figure out how that goes. So just waiting for an invite because we did have to restart the lobby, and we'll figure out how the starting order will be, though. So everyone's gonna have to start on the same tire they did qualify on, anyways. Yeah. So I have got a game invite, and we will figure out who starts on what tire because we remembered from the stream, and we'll figure that out. I'm gonna go take a quick break, but I'll definitely be back by the restart. So I am currently back. We're gonna figure out how this goes, and we're gonna figure out the starting lineup. IOX is in here. Typical G is in here. They did not qualify, but they are racing. Oh, I didn't click spectate. No, wait, I did. Okay. I'm not quite sure why that happened. So, V2 and Phoenix were on the front row. It was Honorati, Blaze, row 2. And I don't know the rest. I don't know the rest, so. Yeah. So, the field has increased from 15 to 18 drivers now. FBI has joined the lobby. Renault, Alfa Romeo, and Williams drivers are not here at the moment, so we'll definitely figure that out. Everyone will have to make sure they start on the correct compound, because if they don't, they'll definitely be penalized, so yeah. So we are ready to start the Grand Prix. We're gonna figure out who wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Any predictions? And I will look in chat right now. Time to die. Jesus. Here, I'll give my podium predictions in the chat. And this is going to be in order. So yeah, I just gave my predictions. I think Blaze won the race, Phoenix will get second, and V2 will get third. I think something crazy will happen though. As he did say, though, I don't know if you guys heard him, There has been good Bahrain battles here in the past. 2014 was one of them. Will we see two teammates going for the win, like Blaze and Honorati, battling for the win? So here we are on our way for the formation lap. So V2 does lead the pack. 18 drivers now, so oh boy. Ooh, there's contact in the formation lap. I'm not quite sure what's happened, but it definitely is probably disqualified. I don't know if it was contact, but it was something between drivers. Look at this stacking up back here. Ooh, look at that. Two drivers have, nearly, or at least spun out under the formation lap like that. Typical G was one of them. That could have got worse, I could tell you. Right now, that could have been way worse, especially if that was in the race and in front of Oaks like it was. That could have been worse. So what is the Grand Prix going to be like? Is it going to be boring? Is it going to be interesting? Is it going to provide a battle between Phoenix V2, Honorati, Blaze, and Will Booty and the others? How will that work? So the light's about to go out. We go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. 4 lights and 5 lights now. Ahead of the Grand Prix. Lights are out. Away we go. Phoenix is going to get in V2 slipstream. Heading down toward turn 1. They're going to be side by side. They're going to get 4 wide in the middle of the pack. Phoenix has the lead over V2, but they're still side by side. There's a lot of debris in the back. But Phoenix has the lead over V2 currently. And those two are going to battle it down toward turn 4. They're going to have some slipstream. As Honorati's behind. And Blaze is falling down to 8th already. As Phoenix clipping the curb. Getting away with the lead already. Callum's already moved up to 5th. But either way, it's Phoenix, V2, Honorati, Will Booty, Callum running out the top 5. Something's happened to Apex Ricardo. He's dropped down the grid. Same with the Jocko. He has also dropped down the grid. Kingham was much further up before. But watch the stacking up that's going to happen in this mid-pack. Ooh, bam. Bam. A lot of contact back there. And some wing damage already for some. As FBI and the Jocko battling right there. But currently, it's Phoenix ahead of V2. And Honorati just right behind. Callum's still right behind Will Booty right there for the 4th position. We'll definitely find out how that will go. So V2 locking up right behind Phoenix. And to complete the first lap, it's going to be Phoenix Legend leading that first lap. But no DRS enabled just yet. Phoenix has used most of his ERS compared to everyone else. But Honorati next to V2 backs off of it, thinking about maybe going down the inside turn 1. No, he's not gonna. Callum next to Will Booty here. He lets him go, but he will have slipstream heading down toward turn 4. Callum, right behind Will Booty. Here he goes for a move. Will Booty's going to go down the ends. Ooh, that could have got worse. Because guess what? That was like Alonso and Rosberg in 2012 here. In the daytime as Will Booty is off track. Because that was very similar. Because it almost had contact. Like that one. Where it was pinching down. As here comes Will Booty once again down the inside, locking up the brakes. Will Booty still side by side with Callum into turn 10. This is not the place to go side by side, but it's going to happen. And still side by side somehow. But either way, Will Booty gets the advantage out of it. Jay Riley behind Callum. The 2 racing points. In between, well, kind of very close to this Red Bull, but it's like a racing point sandwich for Callum. Not what he wants. So JTS Chase has gotten by LP Smoke as LP Smoke is around. Oh boy. And he's going to pull out in front of Jocko, but is that going to affect anything? Oh, as he tries to get back on the racing line. So Callum behind Will Booty. I mean, it's kind of equal ERS here, so it's an equal fight. It's going to matter in Slipstream now because Jay Riley is behind Callum. V2 right behind Phoenix. He will have DRS heading down toward turn 4. The ERS, though, is what matters a little bit more because that's a 30% difference with them. Has already a crash somewhere. Not quite sure what that's happened. But Callum and Will Booty here heading into turn 4 side by side, wheel to wheel. Hey, and Will Booty does force Callum off track. As Callum does get a time penalty for just going over the white line. Huh. Interesting there. As Jay Riley's going to go down the inside of Callum, but it's not going to work this time. He has JTS Chase. It's still a 4-car train for this position. And for the lead, it's a 3-car train between Phoenix, V2, and Honorati. Not quite sure what's happened to Blaze, but he is 14th on the mediums. V2 right in the back of Phoenix. It is very close between these two as Iox and JTS Chase. That's another spin up the hill, and that's going to be wing damage. Does he pull out in front of traffic? No, he does not. Hopefully, he does not get back on the racing line in danger. Wow. So now that has turned that battle into a 4-car battle still, even though the fact of the matter, Iox has caught up. Callum. He's trying to catch Will Booty. ERS is kind of different here. Way farther back. And look at Iox underneath Jay Riley. And Iox and Jay Riley battling into turn 4. DRS open for both of them. There's a little bit of contact. That's kind of a squeeze you don't really want to see. Blaze gets the fastest lap. Iox already from 17th. Already up to 7th. Provoke Wolf and Typical G were back there too. They're in the points positions now. Maybe because of others' misfortunes, but either way, now that train isn't really too much of a train anymore, but it still is somewhat. Typical G getting passed by the Jocko. So either way, Iox still behind Jay Riley. Callum still behind Will Booty. And it's a 3-car train at the front. Either way, V2 behind Phoenix. He's going to try to break the slipstream. He's doing whatever he can to. Because guess what? V2 has DRS. And V2 has a run on Phoenix. He has slipstream also now. Heading down toward turn 1. Last week's winner and Season 2 champion battling it out here for the lead of the race. This will matter for pit stops. But V2 still having that DRS. He's going to break later than Phoenix. He's going to get a good run here coming out of turn 4. He's still going to have... He's going to get next to him, but V2's going to get a penalty for that. As Jay Riley and Callum and Iox going 3 wide. Still 3 wide, and that's going to be an accident, almost. Iox behind Callum. Jay Riley just ahead. Either way, heading into turn 10, Callum's going to back off, but is Iox going to realize, is he going to make a move down in turn 10? Is that possible? No, that's not. So V2 still behind Phoenix for this race lead. Man, it's battles everywhere. Everywhere on the racetrack. There are battles everywhere. And it's definitely crazy. Because Iox has spun. That's in turn 11. Isn't it? Iox was just running in a points position. And was just in a good position to probably be at least in the top 10 before pit stops. And now he's just spun. Don't know what's happened to him. Don't know who he's collided with. Because we're focused in this battle for the lead. With V2 and Phoenix heading down into turn 1. Still a 3-car train somehow. V2's just there. Or, Honorati's just there. JTS Chase has retired from the session, but V2 next to Phoenix now. V2 locking up. Oh, these two. They're getting close to each other. That could have been contact almost. Callum behind Jay Riley. V2 still behind Phoenix. Who's going to break the latest? Who's going to get the better run into turn 11? Phoenix is on overtake. Medium for V2, but it doesn't really matter too much. It matters more with the DRS now. But either way, V2 still ahead of Honorati. But Honorati's kind of closed that gap in a little bit more. V2 still right behind Phoenix here. And I'm going to turn 13. Jay Riley has got by Callum. Callum maybe ran off the road. ProHawk there, getting by him. Oh, and there's contact, and that's LP Smoke almost around. So V2 has DRS on Phoenix Legend currently. And LP Smoke has left the session. He cannot do that if he's raged. He cannot do that. V2 and Phoenix and Honorati still right there. So Honorati will have slipstream, but V2 behind Phoenix here. Oh boy, and typical G has retired. Where is that? Ooh, that's off the front corner. So V2 still behind Phoenix Legend currently for the top spot. That's a battle for the top spot. That's what matters really. ProHawk and Jay Riley though. Battling. Are they gonna get near each other in turn 8? We'll see. But no, they won't. So we'll go back to the Phoenix and V2 battle. As ProHawk and Jay Riley still side by side, still wheel to wheel here, heading down toward turn 11. They're gonna make contact, and Callum's right behind this. As ProHawk Wolf is going to go around, and Callum's going to get wing damage. And Callum has just gone into a spin. So Jay Riley and ProHawk did make contact. Made it already a lap down. So yeah, they did make contact, and after that, it was ProHawk Wolf wing around. V2 behind Phoenix here. This is for the lead now. Iox has retired. Heading into turn 1. Honorati still right behind. But what a move that was by V2. Crossing him over and doing the switchback. That's going to allow V2 to get lead. And he's going to have the DRS. And guess what? Honorati may now have the advantage on him. And Phoenix and V2 are going to make contact. And now Phoenix has got sent into a spin. V2 was protecting the lead over Phoenix Legend. And now got into a spin. Because of V2, he made a move down the inside. But a good move by Jocko, but is he going to be able to keep it? Callum does have wing damage. Right ahead of them is the lap car of Maiden Rocks. Maiden letting these guys go. The smarter decision to do that. Instead of just doing it in a bad corner. Doing it there. It was smart by Maiden. So Callum's still behind him. And not really a train anymore because of that, but it's alright. We'll see if Phoenix can catch up to him. Because it's kind of goes soft, soft, soft. Medium's like 10 people. Almost. And then hards, and then, yeah. So, Maiden did let these guys go. And Maiden is currently a lap down. So, actually, is he 2? Yeah, he's a lap down. Phoenix Legend is pinning Callum right behind the Jocko. So he's still gonna fight him no matter what. He's still gonna try to pass him or overtake him. Either way, Callum behind Jocko. Callum gets into a slide there. But is Callum still going to be able to stay with Jocko? That's the question there. So Honorati's still behind V2s. Now, did Phoenix's spin hurt him? Or did it help Blaze at all? Because look how much Blaze is behind him. He's 4 seconds. And Phoenix may try to go the full way in hards, yeah. So Phoenix was wanting to get by him before the pit cycle. That could have been a big key factor into Phoenix possibly getting on podium or win. Because look at, is Blaze going to go the full way on these mediums though? So Callum still behind Jocko. Field is really evened out after lap 8, but, you know, that's how it is. And Phoenix did say that's my fault or whatever with the V2 incident. A stupid move by him. I kind of have to agree with that actually, because, I mean, why did Phoenix go down the inside there when he could have just played it safe and waited for the DRS out of turn 10? Either way, Jocko is still ahead of him. Now ProHawk is behind Jay Riley. This is for 4th. Not quite sure if ProHawk has had a podium though yet in the league. If ProHawk has, this would be good for him. He's going to run in the back of him. It is easy to run in the back of someone in turn 10. It is very, very easy. Because it could really screw your own race over. Jay Riley and ProHawk still battling here. Into turn 13 now. Yeah, he's just getting better. I mean, ProHawk can't really catch up with that, but they're saving direct. Oh, is Jay Riley's gonna let him by? As V2 is betting. V2 is going for the hearts. So either way, ProHawk and Jay Riley battling for the position. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the two. I don't think Jay Riley is going to think a lot about that. But it's racing point. Because of pit cycles. Oh. And Phoenix has passed Honorati. Now will Phoenix pass V2? This is a battle for possibly what could be the lead. Phoenix right on the back of V2. Or, yeah, V2. And now, V2. Oof, is he using URA though? That's a thing. V2. Maybe letting him by. I'm not quite sure. But the Jocko is still behind Callum. This is for a 4th position. And this is a 3-car battle. As right behind them, it's Phoenix out of V2. So Will Booty still has the lead. Now, how long is he willing to go on those tires and on the medium compound? How long is he willing to go? Will he go to halfway maybe? But what will he do? It's all going to matter on how long those tires do last. But Callum ahead of the Jocko. Which one of them gets the first pit cycle? And Callum's around! And that's going to check the Jocko up. And that's going to make both them automatically pit. Because Callum does go around for the second time in this race. And Maiden Rocks is retired. Callum was speeding. It's V2 behind Phoenix. Blaze is 3.3 seconds behind him. But is Blaze going to have to pit again? He might. Oh, yes, he's going to have to. Callum has left the session. He is raged. Yeah, he is very angry. I would understand why too, but I don't know if that was a tap from the teammate, but if it was, that's going to be a lot of talk at Red Bull. And that's definitely going to be a lot of talk at Runaway Apex Ricardo, because he did get involved there. And he was right behind him. Was that a matter of Apex Ricardo being right on him and being way too close when they may have wanted to pit? Or was that just Callum just going around and Jocko checking up and they couldn't do nothing about it? Tell me your opinion on it. I don't have the chat open, so I'm not really caring to look at it, but tell us what your opinion is and tell me what you think of it. There's exposure just set the fastest lap, but he's 2.9 seconds behind these two. And if these two battle, that's the thing. If these two battle, this could Blaze. And that's one thing they don't want. Blaze has jumped on a Roddy, but the thing is Blaze going to have to pit again? And how long is he willing to go? That's the question right there. But Callum, not really willing to race anymore here, because he has left the session. Same with LP Smoke. Both those two have left the session. So it's really only 12 drivers really technically left in the race. Okay. So V2 still behind Phoenix, hasn't having Duras. Not really passed to place a lot, turn 11, but definitely see what kind of racing he provides this time. Either way, V2 behind them. I was not really looking. Pro and King Homer have pitted though, from the lead, I believe it was. So yeah, those two gone as long as they could. But is Blaze gonna go to a soft compound after this and try to beat everyone ahead of them or ahead of him? And how is that gonna work for him? Because is that going to help him or is that not going to help him? That's my question. Because V2 is behind Phoenix here. And V2 still behind Phoenix. He just can't get by him. He's trying like he can. So V2 still behind Phoenix currently. Heading into turn 4 this time. So I was gonna say though, because Joseph Newgarden, 2019 IndyCar champion, Detroit in IndyCar out at the Roval, and NASCAR, Charlotte Roval, and NASCARs do race there currently. Will we see a possible F1 race at the Roval? A lot of people do want it, though. I will say that. And the Roval is on iRacing, so you could try any car, any track. So you go over to iRacing, and you could definitely try an F1 car at the Roval. I think, I'd hope so. And you try one there, you could say how it feels, and maybe that could happen in real life. But will we see a Charlotte Roval or a Roval type of race in the future? I'm not quite sure, but we'll see, because that could be interesting. Yeah, so V2, just wow. Yes, so Blaze Exposure has pitted, and he's gonna go on medium tires. Okay, should be interesting. So halfway already in this race, and oh, V2's gone into a spin. And that's from the second position. That's not going to give him a chance to beat Phoenix. And also, that's put Will Booty in a podium position. And is that going to get Will Booty to be able to catch him? Because look at the tire difference. They were 10.9 seconds behind. And now he's 5.1, maybe less now. Honorati almost hit him. So is Blaze's strategy going to work to be able to get him a podium? Either way, Honorati still ahead, but V2 6 seconds behind Phoenix now. He was just 5/10, so he just lost 6 seconds from that spin he had. Right? I mean, he was kind of lucky where he had to spin. If it was off the following corner, that would have been bad because he would have lost 10 seconds to that. But he was lucky enough not to lose more. Honorati still behind Will Booty. And Blaze Exposure has gotten by FBI here. This is for 7th. Not really putting up a fight there is FBI, but Blaze really want to get by him, and he really wants to extend that points lead. Because we've not really seen the points at all, but we know Blaze has the points lead over Phoenix. And we'll see the points sometime soon and later in the season. I'm not necessarily sure what next race is, but I'm going to check that out right now just to keep everyone updated. The next race is in Austria. So the Austrian Grand Prix is next week. If anybody did not know, Monaco was a full grid points race, apparently. So the next 4 races are Austria, Brazil, Baku, and also Singapore, which is full grid points. That should help. So Honorati behind Will Booty. We'll keep you updated on this battle in just a few moments, but we'll have you watching this battle still because I'm going to be back, but Blaze gets the fastest lap. So Honorati did overtake Will Booty, but Blaze Exposure is behind Jay Riley, and he's going to go around the outside here. Is he going to be able to make? He's not. Jay Riley's going to stay ahead. So Jay Riley really getting that advantage, though. That's the thing. Because getting that advantage and staying ahead and having that track position, especially on the same tire, really helps. But a little bit of contact between the two right there. That was good hard racing. But luckily, no wing damage. If there's no wing damage involved, good hard racing. That's the way I look at it. So, no, I'm not making a NASCAR reference. It's not good hard racing by that. But, no, if there's no damage and if it's just good hard racing, that's the way I look at it. Because that's basically what it was in my opinion. No wing damage. No harm, you know, yeah. So King Homer does get by his teammate Dr. Chemistry there. Oh, Jay Riley nearly spins up there, and what an overtake by Blaze Exposure! Because I don't even think he could do that better anymore. I don't even know what to say about that. No one could have done that better, because I think if that was anyone else, they would have ran in the back of him. Blaze was really talented by what he did there. That was awesome. So Blaze trying to break the slipstream because he already has URS. And he's heading down toward turn 1. These two still battling. Honorati and Will Booty battling for the 3rd position. This is for a podium. And what is Jay Riley doing? He's going to nearly turn him. And he's still going to turn him. He's still hanging on him. Turn him again. And both them going into the wall. Both them have damage. And this is going to give out front traffic. And that's going to give... And... Blaze Exposure has a 5-second time penalty for a collision with him. But yeah, that was Jay Riley completely turning into him. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't know what else to say because that was Jay Riley turning right into him. Turn 2, they both make contact, and then out of turn 3, Jay Riley's off track and then kind of got back into him. So I don't know. That was really Jay Riley's fault. But Honorati's still behind Will Booty. Anybody still wondering about... I'm not going to say it, but I will just be commentating on another league, a mixer, later on. I would be, but I don't think I will be able to because my neck doesn't feel right. I want to at least finish this race, but my neck does not feel right at all. Plus, yeah. So Honorati's still behind Will Booty. This is for a podium position. These two battling. I probably won't get any reviews in today. I don't feel like it. I mean, I don't even feel that good to be honest. Like, just 5 laps ago, when I walked up, I just didn't feel right or whatever. I just didn't feel good. So, I don't feel like doing anything else today, to be honest. Unless I feel better, but I don't know. So figure that out, but I at least want to finish this race because if I don't finish this race, yeah, that's not good. Either way, Blaze still behind the Jocko for the 6th position. I think the highest he'll get is 6. That's just my opinion. I think that's the highest place we'll get, but we'll see. Because track position is so key. Unless you're at a track like Austria, which is the next race, so that should be good. No, Austria would be good going commentate because that's where the other league is at today, but yeah. So, Blaze Exposure still behind the Jocko. Will Booty still behind Honorati. Yeah, so this is for 3rd. Will Booty will have DRS, but he's not managing the DRS as well. I don't know about Honorati, but how he's attacking the corners compared to Honorati isn't good. Blaze has a run, and Will Booty does have a run. Is it enough? Blaze coming off the final turn. This is for 6th between the Red Bull and the McLaren. Jocko, and he's going to make contact with Blaze. They're all going to go wide in turn 1. So the Jocko did kind of pinch him there. He made contact, but that made him pinch him. So FBI does set the fastest lap, but all the time you have to leave the space is the quote that the Jocko may be saying right there. Because boy oh boy, that looked very more similar than the other incident earlier in the race compared to the Fernando and Nico Rosberg incident here. as Blaze is gonna run in the back of him. FBI and King Homer. That sent King Homer into a spin. But Jocko and Blaze exposure side by side still. A pass out of turn 10. You don't normally see that. Blaze does have DRS. This is going to help a little bit, but it's not going to create a pass. Apex Ricardo is behind all of this. Remember, he got involved in the accident with Callum, and Callum did rage and leave. Same with LP Smoke. They did rage and left, so those two will probably be looking at a penalty there for raging and leaving, especially as an admin for Callum. They raged and left. So will Booty on Honorati? Ooh, he's not going to try it, but is he going to try to turn 4? Because their ERS is not really that well. And look at the traction for Will Booty. Oh my god. And Blaze and Jocko one more time, adding into turn 1. And there's going to be a lot of contact. What is Jocko doing? He is running into him. And he's going to swoop down the inside, and he's going to hit him almost. But, oh boy, these two are making a lot of contact tonight. They got around the same ERS, but DRS is going to play a big advantage. Blaze might not like that, what he's doing to him. Blaze is going to get the advantage and going to get there. Ooh, and oh! He's intentionally DNF'd himself, and he's intentionally wrecked Blaze! Oh no! So he's just gone and full throttled Blaze exposure that Jocko has. And he, oh my goodness, wow. I would want to clip that, but yeah, I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that. Yeah, I'm clipping that. If I can. If it lets me. Wow. So he gone and intentionally wrecked him. For no reason. I don't know why, but yeah, wow. Let me see the clip, if it shows. Hopefully it shows. I'm trying to look if it shows, because I want to post this. Because that needs a penalty. And I'm sure that needs a race ban. Maybe a ban at most, but that needs a race ban. That isn't okay. Thing is, to go and intentionally wreck someone like that and get your anger out like that, no, not okay. But Blaze did get passed by Apex Ricardo from that incident. So that was intentional. I'm not quite sure why he did that though. So it's still going to be a battle between Blaze and Apex Ricardo for the 6th position. So Blaze is still behind Apex Ricardo here. So, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention because I'm looking at Discord because of the accident, but Blaze and did get by Apex Ricardo. So that was very, very dirty, though. What happened there? I mean, he's in the league or whatever that I would commentate at 345. In my opinion, if I saw that, I wouldn't let him race. But that's the league owner decision over there. That's a different league anyway, so that don't really matter. But look at this gap now. V2 has started to catch Phoenix, but look at the URA for him. It's not good at all. But I feel bad for Blaze for what happened to him, because that was not okay. J. Riley has gone into a spin. This is in front of Dr. Chemistry, though. So this is a battle for the last position, but that's not going to matter. Apex Ricardo still battling Blaze exposure. Dr. Chemistry has got a penalty. So V2 is getting much closer to Phoenix. We're coming to 3 laps to go. So V2 has got closer to Phoenix. So V2 does have DRS now, but it is heading into turn 11. This is usually not an overtaking opportunity, but it's going to happen again. Phoenix and V2 side by side making contact. So V2 behind Phoenix Legend this time. 2 laps to go. Phoenix Legend protecting. But does Phoenix have a puncture? I just saw on Phoenix's back end. Phoenix does have a puncture. And Phoenix in the race lead does have a puncture. Phoenix, while leading on 2 laps to go, just hit a puncture after the start-finish line. And Phoenix's race, his chances for a podium might be over. He's handed the race lead over to V2. So now it's just a battle for a podium now between ProHawk Wolf and Lil Booty. This is going to be an interesting battle. V2, we already know he'll probably take the checker flag, but that's going to be if the tires hold off, though. You saw what happened with Phoenix. Tires didn't hold off. I noticed Phoenix had a puncture, but I wasn't necessarily sure if he had one. Because that was interesting. But wow. So, it has been a final lap for him, and Phoenix has spun. Phoenix has gone from hero to 0, because he may not even get a point now at this point. He's just trying to nurse the car home. Jay Riley has set the fastest lap. So, Prohawk Wolf and Will Booty battling here. And Prohawk Wolf is running the back of him. And again is running the back of him. Some of the incidents in this race have not been okay. And contact and locking up. And sideways they go. This is the battle for a podium. Remember what happened? Because it is Russia weekend. Bottas and Raikkonen were fighting for a podium. And who did that allow to get in? Perez to get a podium. But will Blaze be the Perez? But that's the thing. What will these two do to get a podium? V2 heading into 3 for the final time. And Will Booty sideways off the corner, but Prohawk Wolf has taken the advantage there and has gone off that corner and has been able to get the advantage there. Charles Leclerc took 2 wins in a row. He took his first win and then took his second win the week after. But V2 is going to come home and do the same. First win to his second win. V2 wins at Bahrain. I almost said Brazil. And coming home second is Honorati, his best career finish. Prohawk third, Will Booty fourth. Blaze Exposure and Apex Ricardo battling still for the position. We've yet to check really penalties this race. I didn't really focus on that. I didn't really care. It's Blaze Exposure, Apex Ricardo fifth. I'm going to end the stream as soon as the podium finish is over. Because I've got another league to commentate that I might as well. I was kind of prefer to do other stuff after, but no point. So, King Homer finishes podium position. LP Smoke, even though his AI, same with Callum, even though their AI was driving, that could be possibly penalized. But either way, Phoenix Legend, 0 to 0. He's got to be done with it. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if how mad Phoenix would be. I'd be mad too. Because he literally was leading, and now leading with 2 to go and doesn't win. Oh man. Someone did say in chat that was a show. I kind of agree in a way because the incidents at race were annoying. At least the incidents should not happen, but it's all right. We'll figure out what happens in sorting as V2 Combat first win, now his second win, and that's gonna put Honorati on podium and the Estonian driver Prohawk Wolf maybe for the first time, not quite sure. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. And thank you everybody for watching, and enjoy your day.